What's up, everybody? It's your boy Therese Balboa.
And it's your girl, Lou Sandara. Make sure to write that on your pen and paper.
And you're tuned into Two Villains, One Show podcast.
Fuck with a real bitch, sit back with a fake bitch.
Here he is, sister.
Yes.
As you can see, we're in our last set of Christmas PJs.
Right.
We've been doing like this little Christmas theme all month.
We've been keeping it festive all month long.
We've been trying for sure. We gotta always start off with mental health. So mentally, Miss Mamas, how are you, Miss New Wig?
New wig, who this? So, I am feeling better, because new Lou is coming through. It's a new vibe. And then on top of that, the job interviews have all been flowing in all in 1 week. Like I had 2 interviews in 1 week. So, and then I have some other, not an interview, but some assessments and shit. So, I'm like, okay, we're probably getting closer to a bag. And on top of that, I know it's about to be a 5-course dinner in my house for Christmas. Okay. And bitch, I love salmon, and my mama's about to make salmon. So I'm so excited.
Christmas is coming.
So yeah, I'm definitely just turning a new leaf. And just trying to be positive, because positivity brings positive opportunity.
Yeah, and this is the last episode for this year.
Right.
So I just want us to end it off on a very positive note.
On a good note.
Sure.
Brittany Bruce, though, I still have not forgot about you, bitch. And just because I got a new wig does not mean I don't still have that old issue with you. On God in heaven, bitch, you are gonna have to fall in, and I'm gonna get you. So, bitch, be prepared. I'm gonna let you enjoy the holidays, and then come January, I'm whooping your ass. Cause my kids, they didn't forget what you did to them this year, and neither did I. And my kids need a new daddy, so if anybody wanna step up, let me know.
Okay. Well, mentally, I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just feel like something's changing in me a little bit. So, we're going to figure that out for 2025. But, yeah, mentally I'm good. But anyways, let's get into Batty Baddies.
Batty, flop o'clock.
This episode was actually funny. I'm sorry, but Summer is hilarious.
Summer is a key.
Summer, I just love how she's bullying them boring ass girls.
No, I like that she is calling them boring ass bitches to the goddamn carpet. I mean, she is the only, honestly, she's the only one with personality across the entire board. If you really want to wake it up, there's Tinka, there's Diamond, but everybody's kind of falling flat this year, except Summer. So
I get you for sure. One thing I did want to point out though, someone put on Twitter said we're gonna have to finally admit that Pretty P is a heavy hitter. Do you agree? I mean, don't get me wrong, when she was like, "Oh, you bitches can line it up," and took off her jacket, that was cute. It was cute. But it's just something about Pretty P that just don't hit for me,
Pretty P doesn't hit because she's not it. She looks like an it. That's why Pretty P does not hit. I don't know
what
it is.
The wig was cute though.
Yeah, no, this wig was cute.
Yeah,
the face wasn't, but the wig was. Pretty P, Poppin' P, Granny P. She has more personality than Emma, which is so ironic because Emma was so ready to call out Scotty for being boring, but bitch, everybody was talking about Emma at the bonfire, and I didn't see Emma in the episode or in the camera. She was literally standing behind Jayla or Tinkerbella or something. Even Tinker was like, yeah, bitch, you can go.
Yeah, you can go.
Bitch, literally. You talking about, I turn up in the club, I get lit. Okay, well, they never show it.
They never show it, babe. How do you feel about the whole Rolly and Slim thing?
Rolly and Slim is not a fair fight across the board because one, the size difference, and then even just the fight in general, Slim isn't really speaking her mind, and she's kind of kissing Rolly's ass and Natalie's ass because she really wants to be here. Because when Rolly was reading her up and down, Slim wasn't really going in.
I would hate that. If you can't beat the bitch, at least eat her ass.
At least eat her ass.
Cause if you eat a bitch up in an argument, you might still win the social media.
You know, you can still
thing of it all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You can tell that Slim was like holding back because, bitch, you talking
about. You want to be on the show, girl? Fuck that. They don't want. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they only brought her on there because Rolly didn't have nothing going on this season, and she just needed a moment.
Rolly needed a goddamn moment, and they brought her on there to like embarrass her. And then everybody is taking Rolly's side because of politics, not because Rolly is really right in this situation. Because I think their whole beef ramped up again because Rolly started talking about her deceased dad first, and then Slim said something about her son. So, like, but oh yeah, well, Rolly was right. That's why Summer kind of got on my nerves this episode when Summer was like, "Yeah, Slim, you're not standing."
Yeah, that was so.
That was really weird and just
that
really
was weird though. Cause like, girl, you didn't even know Slim. She's from 80 seasons ago. You
80
just got here.
Like, girl, respect your elders and stay in a child's place.
No, literally. Wait, we have to get into Deja Vu. Okay, so I've been on my Nowthatstv binge. I finally am caught up, y'all. I started off from the very first show, Sound Such a Bad season 1, and I've been working my way up, and I'm finally caught up, so we now can discuss Nowthatstv just like we do baddies. We can do whatever shows on Nowthatstv. I know it's gonna be the same. It's always gonna be baddies because baddies is on every day, and they only take a week break. But whatever show is popping on Nowthatstv at the time we're gonna talk about it. So Deja Vu. This season is something that I really like about it.
Yeah.
It's like the aesthetic, the vibe, the energy. It's very reminiscent of like old school reality TV. It's like it's like a real world, like all black people, Las Vegas type of thing. And I really do live for it. But
at the same time, a lot of the storylines are kind of like falling flat. It's like the casting is good.
The casting is good.
Like the casting is good, the aesthetic is there, the vibes and the energy is there, but like the plot points are falling flat.
You know what it is? There's no click war.
Yes.
Deja Vu needs a click war. There's too many people for it to be everything.
Yes, for the storylines to be everywhere.
It needs to give like how Sound Such a Bad season 4 was on San Diego. Like it was a clear upstairs, like a click war, and I feel like it's so many people, and everyone's just like minding their business a little too much.
Yeah, everybody's minding their business a little too much, and it's just like, and there's so many people that you're like, why are you even here? Like why is he here?
Yeah,
because you jumped across the foyer to beat up that Smurf little boy, and that was the first thing. The first thing and the last thing you did the whole season. Trey, Joyce, and Sheik, that storyline fell completely flat because Sheik wasn't really even into it. Sheik really wants to be with Unc.
He just did it because he needed a storyline.
Exactly. Ahmed doesn't really know what to do or where he fits.
He's like the comedic relief,
but he's really annoying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like him though.
She's just annoying.
But
like she's just kind of like I mean, I'm glad that at least she's there because everybody else is just minding their damn business. And then with like Dawn. The Don with the new Don with the jaw wired shut, he fell flat because really it was supposed to be a beef between him and Gucci that just didn't go nowhere.
That didn't go nowhere. It really was supposed to be that.
Gucci ain't doing a goddamn thing, but over there messing with Ferragamo. I don't know why y'all keep casting Ferragamo. She's cute to look at, but boring as hell to be around. Like, girl. Let her be a
She just don't need to be on such a big cast. Young and Reckless was cute, but she don't need to be on something that's so many people.
Because
it kind of overshadows her. She's not going to be that girl that does a lot. So
I like LaRue. LaRue be giving good confessional, funny bitch. Becca, no. I feel like honestly,
Becca like she on the wrong show.
Yeah,
but I know because she's fucking the owner of this TV.
Exactly, like Becca just, there's no need for Becca to be there. Speaking of no need for people to be there, there's no need for Michelle to be there.
Who's Michelle?
Exactly.
Which one, Michelle?
It's Michelle, the light-skinned girl from Deja Vu season 1, who fought Diamond.
Yeah, she can.
Okay, bitch, I thought I got her name wrong the way you acted like you didn't know her. I mean, the camera doesn't know her either. She fell flat.
Yeah, she fell flat. It was supposed to be like a reminiscence of season 1 versus Diamond. That didn't do nothing. I thought they all wanted to attack Diamond at the beginning, and that was supposed to really give what really was supposed to happen was it was supposed to be Diamond comes in, all the light-skinned pretty girls are mean to her, they bully her, and then the other girls team up with Diamond. It's
like LaRue and Becca were supposed to team up with Diamond,
but it didn't happen.
It didn't go that way.
It needs a clip war. It's a good show. It's better than Baddies.
Definitely better than Baddies.
It's better than Baddies.
But none of the drama is sticking. And then they brought in Jay Galore, and she definitely woke this shit up, but then that kind of fell flat. It's like it was going, and then it just kind of went.
Like, okay, babe.
And then like
her voice.
Girl, yeah, they need to get her some Mucinex.
Speaking of shows flopping, you know, Black Ink is like no longer.
Girl,
but what I'm not surprised that the show is flopping, but you know his stores are flopping as well. His Atlanta location just got foreclosed. Well, I'm sorry, he just got evicted out of the building.
Let's wake it up.
And I'm just like, okay, it's one thing for the show to flop,
right?
But don't nobody come there and get tattoos either.
That's a good question, but you know what though? I think the show was keeping the shop alive because you know a lot of people will go to Rashida's store press not to really buy anything. They really want to see her. They really want to see like you know.
I just want to go because it's her.
Exactly.
Like a restaurant.
Exactly. Like same.
Because I went. It was like, let's go to Rashida restaurant. Okay, let's go to Rashida restaurant. But I never went again.
Because it really wasn't giving all of that. And I think with Black Ink Crew, it's like the same thing. I think the show was keeping the tattoo shop alive because a lot of the times people can go somewhere else to get their tattoos for probably a cheaper price. And you got to think about it, like during the peak of the show when people would go and get their tattoos done, I'm pretty sure they were taxing out the ass. And tattoos are already expensive. So after that franchise has died across the board with Chicago, the original show, Compton never got off the goddamn ground.
It's like, yeah, the shops are closing. I mean, the one down here closed.
There was a Black Ink here?
I think this was when you were like away from the friend group. No, you wasn't. Remember DeMonte?
Oh yeah, he did work at the Black Ink down here.
Did we fall out? We went to the Black Ink premiere and everything. Caesar was there. I don't think he was hanging out with us.
No, I wasn't.
It was like me, Sky, Tiana, Harrison, DeMonte. All of us was there at the premiere.
Yeah, I didn't go. I think I was.
Yeah, girl. But yeah, that's gone too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, girl. So yeah, I think now that the show is gone, like them shops are gone too. Yeah. Because you can go get a tattoo that's probably better for half the price from your homeboy down the street. Because I know Black Ink was taxing out the actual tattoos because of the show.
No. Okay, so we do have to talk about, since we're in the field of reality TV, we got to talk about Karen's DUI, you know, the footage.
Oh, girl. Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
The footage was released then.
The footage is...
How do you feel about the footage?
I am a little mortified and embarrassed and ashamed because I remember in the beginning of this Potomac season, Karen Huger was like, oh, I'm looking for the soldiers for Karen Huger. And I was one of those soldiers, but I have now honorably discharged from that army. Because I was really rooting for her, not because I thought she'd be found innocent, but I was rooting for her against like the girls on the show and da-da-da-da-da. But it's kind of like, Karen, you cannot sit here that whole season and act like, oh, I'm going to be vindicated in court. I'm going to be vindicated in court. You're not going on trial for like unaliving somebody or robbery. You're going on trial for driving under the influence. And you did that. You should have took a plea deal and sealed those body cam tapes up.
Yeah, I don't understand why. If you're so rich, then why you just didn't pay what you had to pay?
Like, pay what you had to pay. Like, you were so hell-bent on taking this to trial, and now your wig is on trial.
Literally. Well, speaking of people making dumb decisions or just doing dumb things, SZA.
Oh, SZA. And her social anxiety.
Okay, so this is my thing. I love SZA down. SZA is definitely my top 5 when it comes to artists. I love Control. I love SOS. But you know, I'm really getting tired of her, just the way she does things. It almost makes me really upset when it's like you're at a level where you can just give us bullshit and it's still successful. Because it's like, you promised a deluxe version of SOS. SOS came out 2 years ago. Not only are you just now releasing the deluxe version, but when it's supposed to come out, it doesn't come out until the next day.
Bro, let's wake up.
Because you were just downloading it to the... But why though?
But why are you now just down? Like, girl, you've been...
Someone at your caliber who has won a Grammy, there's no reason why you should be uploading your album the day of.
Right.
I'm just over it. Like I'm just over like celebrities, and then my social anxiety, and I didn't want to become well, just don't.
Then just don't.
Like I'm so tired of y'all saying y'all don't want to be famous, y'all don't want to do this, but then y'all do it, and it's like I don't know. I just feel like, especially at the level where, first of all, let's be honest, when it comes to numbers, SZA probably has some of the biggest numbers out of all the second girlies right now.
Right.
The black in her era, she like Summer Walker. Ari Lennox, who else? Coco Jones, Tori Monet. Nobody has numbers like SZA. Like SZA is like that. The generation's Beyonce. If you want to be honest, when it comes to success and numbers, like SZA is definitely number one.
At the top,
and for you to be at the top and just treat it like it's like not like it's nothing, but really
just be so lackadaisical with it.
Because
like,
even with SOS, like you was doing like a storyline with the videos. But then at the end of the last video, Kill Bill, you showed a sneak peek to, I forgot the other song, but you never released the video to the other part. Like, why did you show us a teaser to the video? And you did the same thing with when you was doing like Good Days and stuff. Like, it was each song entered to the other song, but you never finished. So it's just like, okay, girl, like, these unfinished projects, like, what is going on? That's my only issue.
Is it social anxiety or is it ADHD? But whatever it is, bitch, you need to get an Adderall prescription and anti-anxiety, get all the medications you can get your hands on. I mean, they did it to Britney Spears and she was just fine. I know she's not, but you know, it's okay. You can detox later. Because we don't have time for this bullshit. We don't have time for these unfinished projects and you act like you didn't want to be here. If you didn't want to be here, then why did you sign to TDE, bitch? This is what kills me about these hoes. They act like, oh, being famous was never the intention. Then why were you doing shows? Why were you?
Or just stop. There's so many people that just stopped.
There's so many people that just stop. There's so many people that just record a song in their closet, post it on SoundCloud, and call it a day. No, you went past just posting your music on SoundCloud. You were networking with people. You were meeting people. You were doing features. Yeah. So clearly you wanted to get to a certain point, and now you're at this point and you're doing nothing with it.
So yeah. Well, alrighty, so we're done with the celebrity topics, we're done with the reality TV. Let's get into some personal topics that, you know, me and I want to talk about. Because this podcast is not all about like celebrity stuff and reality TV. It's about stuff that we personally care about as well. And topics that we just really want to bring up to you guys. I mean, literally our podcast is like, we have the unpopular opinion that's really everyone's opinion. So, I do want to talk about Christianity being a cult.
Yes.
I'm going to say this. Do I believe in God? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But what weirds me out, and we're not even going to really wake up the whole Christian people are judgmental and homophobic and they're low-key evil. We already know that. I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
What I really want to talk about is why when y'all find God and y'all want to change your life, it's a very weird switch in
yes,
y'all.
It's a very dramatic, abrasive, aggressive, like strict switch. Like you cannot.
Weird.
Very weird.
Just because you find God doesn't mean that you have to stop talking to your friends or stop doing certain things. Like you just need to be a good person. Like that's
right.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Because it should really be based on moral character. But what I'm starting to see with Christianity is it be based on everything but moral character.
Honestly, it's just more like you just became like super judgmental.
Right.
And
super judgmental. Super
and you feel like everything is the devil. Like
everything is worldly. Everything still live in the world.
Like everything is the devil. Like, oh, I can't go to the club no more because, like, baby, you're not going to hell because you went out to the club.
Okay.
Like you're not going to hell for
You're not going to hell because
you're,
you ate a piece of red meat.
Like you're just
after you ate a piece of chicken.
Like it's just really not that. And I feel like what I would say is, this is my, because we're not gonna do a whole episode about this.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to say is, for the people that do find God, and no shade, most people that find God really is just a man that broke your heart,
okay,
or a woman that broke your heart, and now you want to change yourself, and that's the real reason. But that's not here or there. When you do decide to find God, make sure you're listening to His word and not somebody that's preaching His word.
Okay.
Because I think that's where y'all go wrong, and I think that's when it becomes like a cult. Because you're listening to someone that is taking advantage of your vulnerability.
Right. And interpreting the word in their own
and their own words and how they think the world should go or what they want it to sound like, instead of just reading the Bible.
Exactly.
And looking at it that way. And I've seen it happen multiple times with multiple people that I personally know. Like, baby, there's only one God. Okay? And that's the only one that you need to be listening to. So.
Because it gets to a certain point where it's like, is it about serving God or is it about serving a book and your pastor? Okay.
Clock it. Another topic that I want to get into, the last topic of the day, is we have to stop using childhood trauma
as a crutch.
Okay.
Like, girl, you can ask the bitch what she want from the drive-thru. Oh, well, I can eat chicken because when I was 2 years old, my mom got slapped in front of a chicken wing. Girl, I don't care.
Like, I get your daddy left.
Right, okay.
I get your mom didn't hug you. I get you had to sleep on the floor for a few years because y'all didn't have a... Okay, but you're 30 now. Let it go.
Right.
Let it go. I'm really tired of us, because we're grown now. We are the new adults.
Right.
And it's coming to a point where you really just have to take accountability for your actions. Because, like, yeah, I do believe character is developed by the way that you are raised. But it does become to a certain point when you get to a certain age and you know that something is wrong and something is right. Like, there are certain things that you like, okay, I know I was raised this way, but now that I'm in a real world around people that wasn't raised the same exact way that I was, and I see different experiences and opinions, I now know this is not the way that it should be. And some of y'all never have that switch, and I know that happened. I know when it happened for me at my age, and it's like some of y'all be older than me and y'all still don't ever get it.
Still have not had this switch. It doesn't make any sense.
And it just don't make no sense to me. Like, I'm really just tired of people using childhood traumas. Like, I remember one time my older sister was like, I have daddy issues. Like, I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, well, Dad never taught me how a man is supposed to teach him. And I said, at 30, you don't know?
Like, girl, I think you've been through enough relationships to know, like, okay.
So, like, and I love her to death, but, like, I just feel like you're making an excuse. You're purposely choosing the wrong men.
Okay.
And you're blaming it because you have daddy issues. And it's just like, but my younger sister don't have daddy issues, and y'all have the same daddy, so that don't even make sense. And that's just an example of what I mean and when I say, like,
it's like y'all try to use childhood trauma to justify the mistakes that you make. But then again, do y'all ever make the effort to improve or like work through that? Like, y'all don't ever actually work through it either. So you can't hold on to it but then not work through it at the same time. Like, you know this is a trauma of yours, but you never even took the effort to go see a therapist. Ever. You've never made the effort to go see a counselor of some sort. Like, you haven't made an effort to read some self-help books or try to do something to help yourself work through it. But you know it's there, but you're gonna use it when you continue to make the same mistakes over and over. A lot of avoidable, preventable mistakes over and over.
I just feel like a lot of people just like, they just love having an excuse to be terrible people.
Okay.
That's what it really is. Like, people
really
love an excuse to just be a terrible person. Like, y'all not want to take accountability for your actions. You want to blame everything on everybody. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people's childhoods was, worse than others. But at the same time, like I said, I just feel like, once you get older and you're able to get out of that environment, you make that choice to stay in it. So, yeah. That's pretty much all we have to say this episode.
Yes.
Any last words to the girls, Miss Musadar? This is the last episode for this year. Let's start off by saying, I just want to say thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've been talking about doing this podcast for the longest.
Well, we have, This podcast was a long time coming. We sat on the idea, but one day you called me and you were like, bitch, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, let's do it.
And ever since then, we've been doing it, and I think we've been so consistent. Like, because it's been days where both you and I are like, just like, mentally, like, I remember at least 2 episodes where we both were just not
here whatsoever.
No, but we were here physically. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I see your hard work. I see your dedication. I see that you're trying, and I appreciate you as a sister, as a friend, as my girl.
I definitely have to return the thank you as well. Like, I'm grateful for you because, like, this has inspired me to get back into my YouTube bag as well, so that will be coming soon.
2025, we're taking over.
Okay, we're taking over, but it's also showed me like the importance of consistency, and it's also been like an outlet for me too. So like the same way, like this was not also just a creative idea, but it was like one of the greatest ideas, not just for you, but for me too. So I'm just so grateful that you like brought me along for the ride. Because the ride's not over.
It's not over.
Yeah.
One thing I have to say, with this being the episode, I do think we should leave Brittany Bruce in 2024. But you have 30 seconds. Go off on that bitch.
Brittany, if I ever catch you, which I will, baby, it's over for you and it's done for you. I'm gonna leave you here in 2024, but in 2025, bitch, I'm gonna leave you under the ground, bitch. And just know that. Because when my kids ask me where food is at, bitch, I'm gonna be in your face. Smoke me, bitch, smoke me.